Hello, we are discussing about GATE 2003 ECE paper, and this question is related to analog circuits. Generally, the gain of a transistor amplifier falls at high frequencies due to the A. Internal capacitances of the device, B. Coupling capacitor at the input, C. Skin effect, D. Coupling capacitor at the outputs. Okay. So if you are going with a general block diagram of circuit, transistor circuit, at that time this is the basic block diagram of a circuit, a common emitter, general common emitter circuit. Okay, and where you are going to be applying with RL. So this is what the voltage divider biasing, which is the best biasing used to keep the transistor in active region, and it is plus VCC. So this is what we are going with the input signal. So there are two different types of capacitances will exist. One is nothing but external capacitors. That is, this is CB and it is CC. This is what CE. Okay, that is capacitor connected base, capacitor connected collector, capacitor connected at emitter. So these CB and CC are going to be treated as coupling capacitors. Coupling capacitors are nothing but this is going to be connected at output. CC is a coupling capacitor. Hmm. Coupling capacitor, it is connected at output. CC, CB coupling capacitor at base, and this is CE emitter bypass capacitor. Okay, all these capacitors are going to be treated as microfarad capacitors. Okay, CC, CB, CE are going to be of the range of microfarads, and there will be two more capacitances will be present. They are going to be between junctions of a transistor. So they are indicated like this. So these are the two more capacitances you will get, which is going to be treated as CB dash C and it is CB dash E. Since every BJT is going to be consisting of, okay, every BJT will be having three portions: emitter, base and collector, and a BJT can be of either NPN nature or PNP nature. By that time, if you observe, always, okay, emitter and collector are of same type and base is of opposite type. That makes possibility of two junctions will be present in BJT. One is emitter base junction JE and other is nothing but collector base junction JC. So always there will be a two PN junctions will be present in a BJT. One is emitter base junction, the other is collector base junction. Base is common for both the junctions, and these junctions are going to be simply act as diodes, and diodes will exhibit internal capacitances. Every PN junction will exhibit internal capacitances at high frequencies. So those internal capacitances are we are writing CB-C and CB-E are going to be internal capacitances correspondingly at collector base junction and emitter base junction. So they will be only present at high frequencies, and their values CB-C and CB-E, they will be in the range of nanofarad or picofarads. Okay, they will be in the range of picofarads. So whenever we are going for this one, we can define the analysis as at low frequencies, at mid frequencies and at high frequencies. By that time, what is this capacitances effect at these frequencies? For the analysis, we can write like this. We are considering the microfarad capacitors and picofarad capacitors. Microfarad capacitors are CCCBCE external capacitors, and picofarad capacitors are internal capacitances, that is junction capacitances. So at low frequencies, microfarad capacitances will present. Microfarad capacitors will present at low frequencies, where at mid frequencies and high frequencies they will act as short circuit. And picofarad capacitors are act as open circuit at low frequencies and at mid frequencies, and at high frequencies they will be present, so you must consider them for the analysis. At low frequencies, microfarad capacitors should be considered for analysis. At high frequencies, picofarad capacitors, that is nothing but internal capacitors, should be considered for the analysis. Okay, now we will see. Since we are going to be considering at high frequencies, transistor amplifier at high frequencies, this microfarad capacitors are also called as coupling capacitors. They will be act as short circuit, so they doesn't have any effect at high frequencies. That implies nothing but, okay, B is not the right answer, D is also not the right answer. So out of this A and C, A is going to be the right answer. Okay, skin depth is totally different concept that will be covered in the electromagnetics. Okay, so that now how the internal capacitances are going to be reducing the gain, that we will see now. So transistor amplifier is nothing but, transistor is going to be amplifying a small signal, okay, with considerable gain. Actually the amplifier is going to be amplifies the signal which effectively present at its input terminals, So first of all, if you are going with, this is what the BJT circuit, and let us assume the current flowing through this one is nothing but IB. Current flowing through the base is IB, and current flowing through this collector is nothing but IC. IC is nothing but beta times of IB under active region. Okay, so this is IC is equal to beta times of IB, and if you are applying some source signal, so that the input source IS is equal to IB. Okay, if there is no capacitor present, by that time what you are going to get is beta times of IS. So applied input signal is going to be amplified by beta times in this case. Let us assume there is a capacitor present. Okay, at high frequencies there is a internal capacitance is present between base and emitter, because base and emitter is a PN junction, so that this is going to be CB dash C. Whenever the capacitor is present at high frequencies, at that time this current, the IS, is now dividing into IB and ICBE, let us assume. Okay, by that time this IB is now lesser than IS. So now at this point IC is equal to beta times of IB, which is nothing but lesser than beta times of IS. So that can we say that when current gain is reduces, okay, for the same IS value, okay, IC is going to reduces, IC reduces for same IS. For the same input signal current, now the collector current is less. Collector current is less, that implies nothing but current gain is less. Current gain. Previously what you are getting is IC by IS as going to be current gain. Current gain reduces. So AI is nothing but current gain, that can be IC by IS. So which is beta without this capacitor, and now it is going to be lesser than beta value with this internal capacitance, that implies nothing but current gain reduces. Okay, similarly if you consider the other one, this other one, we can write like this. So assume the same thing, you are applying some input current as IS, and this is what the collector current IC. Okay, and this is what VCC, and you are going to apply through resistor. So this is what actual current coming from the VCC. So IVCC, current drawn from VCC, is nothing but IC. So IC is equal to beta times of IS you will get. Okay, so beta times of IS. And next, whenever you are going to get, so I is whenever there is a capacitor present across this one, by that time this entire current is nothing but collector current, so that beta will be large. What you are getting is IC is nothing but IVCC divided by IS. So that is large if there is no capacitor. But now if you observe, the capacitor is going to be present. Now whenever a capacitor is going to be present at that time, this IVCC is going to be now divides like this. By that time IC is going to be lesser than I times of VCC. Whatever the current drawing from the power supply, okay, that current is not going into collector, it is dividing. So that IVCC is going to be now divides. So beta value, whatever the ratio you will get, that will be less. So current gain, now current gain is nothing but AI is equal to IC divided by IS. This is now reduces because of capacitor. That implies nothing but current gain reduces. Whenever current gain is reduces, AI reduces, obviously AV also reduces, because AV is equal to AI times of, okay, RL dash divided by ZI. So that as AI reduces, AV also reduces. Voltage gain reduces at high frequencies because of internal capacitances. Okay. So the right answer for this question is A. Thank you.